Unfortunately, Ryan's had technical issues with his phone and had to drop out of the interview. So sorry about that, Ryan. We'll try to I'll try to embarrass these two extra just for you. Welcome back, Ryan. Hopefully your technology there behaves. Welcome to Room 6, the channel dedicated to local music wherever it may be, and the people that make it, including my guests. And my guests are a three-piece band from Los Angeles that went from tennis pros to bandmates, and they're known for music full of anthemic hooks and gritty authenticity. Their debut EP, Straight Up to Space, drops on October 11th. Please welcome to the channel, Out in Front. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
What's up?
Welcome to the party. And at time of recording, literally in like 45 minutes, they're going to be getting their song Float played on a radio station in Sacramento, right?
Yep.
Yes, all 94.7.
This one, this
Nice,
float right here.
Nice.
Got the merch.
Well, unfortunately, people watching this, it'll be well past this date, but go check it out. So a couple questions right off the bat, some of my more usual interview questions. But first I have to know, why did you pick astronauts?
Maddie, who's the main lyricist, we started with Forget July, and then as we kept going, she kept presenting space themes kind of randomly, and it started to appear more and more and more. And then you can take it ahead of Straight Up to Space.
Yeah, because at least like my favorite song of the EP that means the most to me is Straight Up to Space. And so then once I wrote that one, I thought it would be really cool to like tie it all together with like different space elements. So if you listen to the whole EP through, you'll find that there's like hidden things of space. Like there's like a space line in almost every song. And so we wanted, and then Isaiah was like, well, what if we do this with the cover art? And I just kind of like all came together, and I think it's really cool. Yeah.
It is. And like, it makes it, anybody that knows your music at all immediately recognizes, oh, hey, that's Out in Front. Mm-hmm. It's just, when you hear the words Out in Front, you don't think space or astronauts. So I was wondering if there was a deeper, like somehow you tied it in, but no, that's good a reason as any.
Yeah, I think as well. On top of that, when we're always talking about how like going from the ground and trying to ascend to a different plane, which is what we're currently always trying to work for and make our lives as good as we possibly can by continuously working hard and sharing our music and her lyrics with everybody. So trying to ascend up to that new level. Also, I'm a pilot, so that kind of also ties that in regards to us traveling to space in a rocket ship, us three being astronauts, kind of experiencing new experiences as well very quickly.
Very cool. Any thoughts? I mentioned in the intro that you all are, you came from being tennis pros, and we'll get into that, a little bit more later on here. But I was wondering, any thoughts about having the band uniform be tennis outfits?
It's funny because everything. I think one day we will, and it'll be like a big spoof for sure. But we really wanted to stray away from that, even though it's like so on the nose of what people want us to do. Maybe someday we would do that though.
Here's the thought. Here's a premise for you. A New Year's Eve concert, and when the ball drops, it's a big tennis ball.
Yeah, that would be.
That's
funny.
it. I'm lame.
There it is.
All right. So from there, I want to talk about your earliest musical influence. And my OG Room Sixers, you recognize this question. I ask it of all my prey. What I mean when I say that is, do you remember a moment where you said, I want to do that?
Like a moment we want to do music?
Where you said, I want to make music. I want to go down this twisted road that is performing.
Oh, man. The one moment, I mean, for me, I always just was watching my dad, he never, like, he really just inspired me with music. He's a drummer as well. And so he was always drumming in church, but like, I always just like, I don't know, like I never knew anything else I was good at, to be honest. like I went to school for music and I just can't really imagine doing anything else. And I just loved going to shows as a kid. And I kind of just like, everyone has always asked me like, what's your backup plan? And I just don't have one, honestly. So that, I don't know. I just like, I've always kind of known that that's like the only thing I'm really passionate about, at least for me. It's hard to think of like a moment. I don't know, what about you?
I've been around the music industry my whole life with my parents, so I just, grown up thrown into that realm of live music, and it's been a dream of mine to do something like this forever, and they can attest to that. Didn't realize how twisted it was, like you said, in the world of performing and what it actually entails, but, we're here for it. So, yeah, I think it's been ingrained in me my whole life. This is the time now, I guess.
Ryan?
For me, the only music experience I had growing up was just listening to a lot of what my dad was showing me, which was a lot of like old school punk rock and stuff. So like I'd be watching these videos of just like arguably like these kids just putting together these like just like the videos that you would watch of like old school punk from like the 70s and 80s and stuff are just so simple and getting the point across in like a minute's time. And I always thought like I didn't start playing bass until this band like started, so like I'm super late to the game in the whole how did music affect my life type of thing. But in the span of these like 2 years that I've been working with, I mean, my friends here, it's not even, that's the cool thing about this band is it doesn't feel like a job. Like it's like we're some friends who are just trying to make this thing work, and we're putting all of our ideas together into something, and it's been a lot of fun.
Awesome. And stick around. We're going to be seeing a music video for Float, which is hitting the radio waves tonight at time of recording. And I think you'll like it. It's pretty cool. So, a few kind of personal questions here. And start with Maddie. I wanted to know any issues with fanboys regarding the Slay collab you did with Tess Claire?
Wow.
Well, it was 17 Magazine's, top 8 best new Christmas songs of 2019.
Oh my god, have you seen the music video for that one?
No, I did not, unfortunately.
Oh boy.
I was tied up, but no.
You should.
You should. No, that was my first song I wrote with Tess in college, and it ended up being in 17 Magazine, which was like insane. It was like top 20 Christmas songs that year.
Top 8.
Top hit.
Yeah,
no,
top.
So that's like deep. That's amazing. You really did your research. That's like in the archives. That's awesome.
Just digging it up. I have been called the next Nardwar.
Oh my god.
Sean Evans from Hot Ones is my Patronus. Sticking with Maddie. All right, so getting back to a little more music-related question here, Maddie. I was wondering, was there a major difference between writing songs like Trying and The Ones Forgotten versus the new album?
Oh my god, you really did your research. That's crazy. Yeah, so those songs he's referencing are like deep in my Maddie Renner SoundCloud. But it's crazy. The Once Forgotten, that's a song that got me into the Belmont songwriting program. And so, we lost Ryan completely now. Hopefully he's okay. But The Once Forgotten got me into the Belmont songwriting program. I didn't tell anybody I was applying to that school, which is pretty crazy. But then I got in, and looking back, I think that song sucks. And I also think a lot of my other like SoundCloud songs are just garbage. But like I'm really grateful because I feel like Belmont really like pushed me into becoming a better songwriter. And it's cool that they saw the potential out of those songs in that era. And then like for writing this EP with these guys, it was very different because I'm so used to writing like on acoustic guitar. But then for a lot of these songs, it was like we wrote it in person together, which was really new for me, which is really cool. And I feel like just ever since that era and the Maddie Renner now, it's like I'm writing completely different, but I love it. I feel like I've really grown a lot.
Unfortunately, Ryan's had technical issues with his phone and had to drop out of the interview. So sorry about that, Ryan. We'll try to I'll try to embarrass these two extra just for you. So Isaiah, actually, you and I share something in common. We're both fellow Canvas Rebel features.
Oh,
You remember that?
Cool. Yeah, I did. Yeah, did that almost. When was that? Like 2024. Yeah.
Wasn't that weird?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Welcome back, Ryan. Hopefully, your technology there behaves. We'll make this.
Yeah, mine.
Yeah. So I just asked Isaiah. I told him that he and I are fellow Canvas Rebel features. And for those of you that don't know, Canvas Rebel is basically like one of those written interviews where you answer some questions and they type it up, and then they want you to buy stuff.
Yeah, they reached out again. Yeah, I wanted to get the hard copy, and it took a while, but it looked cool when I finally got it.
Yeah, I mean it's a cool product. Like it's an actual thing, and you can point to that and be like, "Hey, look, I don't know about you, but I got recommended by somebody who's been on the channel, and I just thought that was pretty cool." But and feel free to not, if you don't want to talk about this, we don't have to talk about this. But I was wondering if any song ideas ever came about from your diagnosis when you were 18 years old with tumor.
I don't know if it was. I mean, Maddie could speak since she wrote the lyrics. I mean, I think a lot of this project was based upon everything that I've been through. I haven't really talked about it much. I hope one day that I could give back in the world of Out in Front to children's hospitals and things like that when the capacity strikes in that regard. I had never really talked about it that much, so it's briefly out there. But I think the whole project of what we're trying to do, what our goals are, and what sets us apart from everybody else that I'm confident about is everything that I've learned and experienced through there. I think Maddie and Around We Go talked about like anxieties and certain things.
Yeah, because I live with him, and I'm like, and I see, and I've learned so much about his story and why he works so hard and why he like wants to have this music career so badly is because of what he went through. And so you definitely hear elements of that in Around We Go, of just like we're always kind of fighting each other sometimes, but it's because we care so much and just like wanting to get to that next step so badly. And it all stems from a near-death experience, like what he faced. And so you'll really hear that a lot, even in Oxygen, even though it's such like an upbeat song. If you really like strip down to the lyrics, it's a lot about like intrusive thoughts, anxiety, and just overcoming that as well, which a lot of people don't know about that song with Oxygen too.
All right, swing it over to Ryan before your phone decides to get up and run away. I was wondering, you've done a lot of travel in your past. I was wondering if you had a favorite musical travel memory, like maybe you played music in some exotic locale, or you stumbled across some genre of music you never saw before. What do you have that's like your this one time in this one place story?
Well, for me, probably the most, I mean, if we were going to go like with most unbelievable music experience I've had in a cool place was when we went as a band to go see Tool in Salt Lake City. And that was my first time seeing them. And they're like, I mean, they're my favorite band by millions of miles. So like that was probably the first moment in my life where I really understood the scope of music on a live setting. With like all the different elements put together, like the performance-ship, everything you were seeing on the screens, like everything put together all at once was just unreal, and it really motivated me in a way. I think that was probably the coolest music experience I've had so far.
Right on. I honestly wasn't sure if you were going to keep it kind of close to home in America, or because there was Germany and there were other places you went. And sometimes when you travel in other countries, you stumble upon something. So cool. Last one for you before we swing it back to Isaiah for one more. Ryan, Reinwagner, which prepared you better for playing music, in your opinion? Playing tennis as a Kingsman or baseball as part of the Clash?
So the Clash is actually, so that is a travel baseball team I started with my dad, and I'm sure you know the band The Clash, which is like an old school kind of
Oh, yeah.
punkish vibe. And we actually named the team after The Clash, and that was one of the highlights of my life growing up playing baseball. I didn't start tennis until I was 14, so I was much later to the game there, but baseball hugely influential for me.
Very good. I did not know that about your dad being, part of the deal. So that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, swinging back over to Isaiah. You're a pilot.
I am.
And as a pilot, I asked this of anybody who's a pilot in a musical act. Any plans to fly the band to gigs like Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden?
I talk about Bruce Dickinson all the time in his Charge 747. Yeah, that is. I mean, talk about the biggest of dreams. That is it, right? It's exactly what you just said. Um, I don't have any plans to do the means so far because it costs so much money. But one day, when the means are there, it is definitely going to happen. I will be at least the first officer on our chartered 787.
Nice.
Which is my favorite plane. So yeah, definitely mental plans.
Mental plans, nice. All right, cool. So a couple more questions, and then we're going to check out that music video for Float. By the way, make sure you check out their social media links down below so you can find out what they're up to. Go see them live. Tell them Room 6 sent you. Ding. All right. So I was wondering if any plans to, well, first of all, stay tuned to the channel because I skipped over a lot of my usual YouTube stuff time, but you might want to subscribe, ring the bell for notifications because they are coming to where I am, Portland, Oregon, and just across the bridge from where I am, to play a show with another act that I recently interviewed, Public Figure, and they're going to be at Hawthorne Lounge. I will be covering that show and doing a review of it and getting to meet them in person. So very cool, and I'm excited about that. And I'll also get to meet Public Figure. So it's a win-win, baby.
That's awesome.
And so obviously you have plans to come up to the Pacific Northwest, but any plans to add a fourth member or fifth?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a lead guitarist by any means, and so we would love to add. I don't know if anyone will ever be like a permanent fourth. I mean, who knows to say, because we're such a tight trio. But if I were to, but I know like we work really closely with our producer, and all of the guitarists that you'll hear on our EP is Joel Ferber. He's the full-time guitarist in True North. If I were to have any pick, it would be him. But like he's basically like the ghost member of Out in Front. And so
Nice.
I don't know if he would ever go full time with us, but I hope to have him. He's just a huge part of our team right now. So he's basically a fourth member, even if he's not like full time with us, but he's really helped us transform this project into what it is.
Very cool. All right, last question. You made it. Yay. We're going to hop in our time machine and go back to that earliest musical influence question. And this is kind of like we're talking to new musicians. We're talking to the young, the littles. What is one thing that you wish you could go back and tell yourself when you said, I want to do that? What is one thing that you wish you could hey kid, you're going to need to know this?
I would tell myself that playing live matters. You can't just sit and write songs all day and post TikToks and hope for the best. It does happen, and it's a lottery. Like you have to do it all. You have to invest the money. You have to like have a really fucking good live show. You have to invest in advertisement. You have to go tours. You have to do everything. Like it is a lot of work, and I wasn't doing anything, truthfully. I was focusing on my songwriting, but like there's so much more than just writing. I mean, obviously songwriting is the number one thing, but like to get that off the ground, I've learned it's so much sacrifice. Like you're gonna miss weddings, you're gonna miss birthday parties, you're gonna piss some people off along the way, and just like to prepare my younger self for that, because I'm still dealing with that and growing from that. But it's just a lot more work than you think it is what I would say.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I found you from TikTok, so.
Yeah. Were we
All right.
playing live? I don't know what video you found us from.
Don't remember off the top of my head. Sorry. Gentlemen, one of you?
Well, got to find a singer. That's what my dad has always told me. I've tried a lot in my early days. Even Ryan was a part of that about 8 or 9 years ago. I was the one who told him to learn how to play bass. And we tried. We, dabbled. But I think that my hunger was always there. I was focused on other things such as tennis and stuff and all that. I gave up my high school life for tennis, but she's a rarity, and I think that's going to go down in the history books one day. Of that, everybody says that she's the next Haley Williams, but at the end of the day, that's what's driving this to happen in the first place. With as easy as melody writings as we have, is because of her creative ability. So it's taken me, you could arguably say, my whole life to find her, to then be able to do this on the road. And Ryan came in at the perfect time. I played bass, and then boom. He was on my college tennis team. He went to my club, and he always said to me, and Ryan says the story better, call me when you find a singer. And I called him when I found a singer. And I was like, this is it. And it's working.
For me, if I were to be able to go back and grab myself, I definitely wish I started playing bass like a lot at a much younger age. I mean, I could argue that I didn't start practicing, like learning music and playing it myself until maybe 2 years ago. So I wish I could have just started a long time ago.
Truer words, we've all said, man, why did I wait so long? Believe me, I'm 53.
I just had no idea.
Yeah, I'm 53.
I just had no clue.
And I waited so long to start, and then I waited so long to get back into it after taking a hiatus. Don't stop. Like you new musicians especially, you're going to reach a point where you're like, maybe I'll just take a break. Don't. Do something musical, because it's like those really old guys in the gym that are outlifting you because they just never stopped. They're 70 and they're curling or they're benching way more than you because they just never stopped. And meanwhile, you said, "Oh, well, I gotta live life and I gotta do this and that." Yeah, take it from me. I really wish that I hadn't, because I'd be so much farther along. I'd be so much happier with my music. I even made a line of merch called "Make Music, Not Excuses." And I still have to beat myself over the head to touch some sort of music. You can't see it. I'm surrounded by a bass and 2 guitars and an electric drum set, and I'm just constantly editing or making content, and it's like I have to remind myself, hey, today's a music day. Let's do that. So, well, thank you very much for being on the channel. Thank you for watching. And if you want to know more about them, hit up those social media links down below. Stick around. We're going to see that music video for Float. And we'll catch you in the outro. So we'll temporarily say goodbye, and we'll see you in a minute.
Thank you.
Just take me home. It's getting hard to breathe out there, and I'm falling on my own. Lost up in the atmosphere. Now I'm holding on to the memories we wasted in the summer. Shut down the feelings for
want to thank Out in Front for coming on the channel. It was a great interview and an awesome music video. If you want to know more about them, hit up those social media links down below. And if you want to see more videos like this, please click up here. If you want to subscribe, click over there. Ring the bell, please. And if you want to hear my own music, click over there. Remember to be amazing, and we'll see you next time on Room 6. Say goodbye, guys.
Later.
Bye.
Thank you.
See you later. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum. That was perfect timing with the glasses clinking. That was awesome.